well, it seems the gaming world might actually be sitting up and taking note. Or maybe that's just wishful thinking, but with every passing month we're seeing more and more evidence that the industry is finally realizing that its business-as-usual approach isn't cutting it anymore. Big budget flops, crumbling live service games, and now entire studios being shuttered before they can even release their latest projects. It all suggests that publishers are running scared. Let's take a moment to talk about the gaming world yet again. Welcome to the Snake Pit, where we're full of bile and venom. I'm your host, Snake Daemon, and today we're looking at how the gaming industry is scrambling to course correct after years of bad decisions. But is it too little? Too late? Warner Brothers just dropped a bombshell, shutting down 3 studios: Monolith Productions, Player First Games, and WB Games San Diego. That's right, the studio behind Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor is gone, and their long-in-development Wonder Woman game has been completely scrapped. This move, announced by Warner Brothers Games CEO JB Perrette, comes after a disastrous 2024 for the company's gaming division. Perrette admitted that recent releases have missed the mark, no kidding, and that the company needs to refocus on fewer but bigger franchises. So what does that mean? Well, according to Warner Brothers, they're going to double down on Harry Potter and Hogwarts Legacy, Mortal Kombat, DC, mostly Batman, of course, and Game of Thrones. Everything else, tossed in the bin. The Wonder Woman game, gone. Multiverses, dead before it even had a real relaunch. Whatever WB San Diego was working on, doesn't matter anymore. Now, this could just be another case of corporate belt tightening, but given how badly their recent games have performed, it's hard not to see this as a sign of panic. And Warner Brothers isn't alone in this. Let's not forget some of the other recent disasters that have rocked the industry. Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, a game that nobody wanted from a studio that used to be respected. Rocksteady, the same team behind the Batman Arkham series, somehow thought players wanted a live service looter shooter with brainwashed superheroes. The result? A $200 million loss for Warner Brothers and layoffs at Rocksteady. Concord Sony thought they could con gamers into buying yet another generic hero shooter. Instead, the game bombed so hard that Firewalk Studios, who had spent 8 years making it, was shut down just weeks after launch. It peaked at 697 players on Steam. That's right, not thousands, not hundreds of thousands, just 697, and then it was gone. Bioware's Dragon Age franchise has been a mess of misdirection for years, and the latest entry, Vailguard, or as I like to call it, Failhard, proves that point. After years of delays, shifting priorities, and the never-ending struggle between making a single-player RPG or jumping on the live service bandwagon, the game finally dropped in 2024. And here's the kicker: after just 4 months, it's already a PS Plus freebie. Yes, that's right, this so-called AAA title, which was meant to breathe life back into BioWare's legacy, is already being handed out for free, likely because it couldn't hold player interest or justify its release price. The game's already flopped hard enough that EA couldn't even keep it on the shelves for more than a few months before slapping a free-to-play label on it. At this point, it's safe to say that Vailguard is the latest in a long line of failures for BioWare, and it's hard to believe that this train wreck can recover. EA's insistence on turning everything into a live service game is clearly not the direction fans wanted, and this is the proof in the pudding. All of these failures, one after another, are proof that the gaming industry is breaking down. Studios are shutting down, budgets are being slashed, games that were supposed to be major hits are being cancelled before they even see the light of day. So, is this a sign that gaming companies are finally listening to gamers? Are they realizing that nobody wants soulless, microtransaction-ridden live service garbage? Are they waking up to the fact that quality actually matters? Or is this just them running scared because they know that their latest DEI-infested abominations are set to fail before they're even released? I'm leaning toward the latter. These companies aren't suddenly developing a conscience. They're panicking. They're scrambling to salvage their reputations before it's too late. The Wonder Woman game wasn't cancelled because they suddenly realized it was a bad idea. It was scrapped because they knew it was going to bomb and they didn't want to take another hit after Suicide Squad. The gaming world is shifting, and not because executives have had some grand epiphany. No, it's because they're terrified of another failure. They're watching as gamers reject their lazy, uninspired projects. They're seeing once-beloved franchises get roasted the moment they show signs of being another live service money pit. If anything, this is the direct result of gamers pushing back. The gaming industry is bleeding, and it's their own fault. Years of corporate greed, rushed projects, and chasing trends instead of creativity have finally caught up with them. And now, instead of fixing the actual problem, they're just throwing everything overboard in a desperate attempt to stay afloat. Will this lead to better games? Maybe, but only if they truly learn their lesson. And history tells us they probably won't. For now, we can enjoy the spectacle of game companies scrambling to explain why yet another big-budget disaster just got scrapped. And who knows, maybe, just maybe, this will finally be the start of a real change. Thanks for dropping by the Snake Pit, where we thrive on untapped potential and lost opportunities. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell, like the video, and leave your opinions in the comments, where, naturally, I won't read them. Until next time, stay venomous.